Hello there everybody, and welcome back to The Bad Place. As the sun, or not sun, as many of you point out in the comments, sets over the horizon, or not horizon, as many of you have yet to point out in the comments, you'll notice that I sound perhaps just a little bit different in this episode, and that's because I am officially, yay, in a new apartment as I smash my head into the ceiling. That's just like Mama intended. Man, I just gotta say, the face that our helmet creates it's just... I think that actually might be the suit making those shadows. It's just art, man. Put that frame that up, smack it in the Smithsonian. They won't be able to tell the difference. They'll think it's the new Banksy. Okay, now I have many things to clarify. So I'm in a new apartment, which means that I'm in a new studio, which means that the sound is going to be a little bit different to what we're used to. We're all going to survive if we can stick together and grow. Now, what I need to do today is solve all the problems I myself have created for myself, which is, as you know, something I am very, very fond of doing on this channel. Step 1 in that process is going to be to eat food and drink water, because God above knows that I have not done enough of either of those things, both IRL and in-game. This is gonna hurt. I don't think we have any oxygen in this room. Yeah, called it. Okay. Close the helmet before you suffocate. Easy clear. Give it a minute, and then we do it again. How are we looking for water? We are 1.82 liters. I did just drink a liter, so we're definitely doing something over here, which is very cool. What do I want to do today? I want to go ahead and continue my trading adventure. Last time we managed to build out the apparatus that will allow us to trade. Today we're going to go ahead and actually do some trading, I hope. Now, many people did suggest that I use Cows Are Evil script for trading. Let me just pause the game here, which is a fantastic idea. I did check, it does work. In a test world, so we can totally do that. But until such time as that happens, we're gonna need a few more toys to make it work, right? Specifically, this guy wants to buy fuel from us. Let's go have a look at what ratios we need. But I happen to know that we are going to need another atmospherics unit so that we can create the hydrogen in a bottle that he wants. So he wants gas. So he wants 32%. Oxygen, 65% volatile, so we'll just go a 33-67 ratio mix. I think that'll satisfy both of those conditions, and he wants 100 moles of it. Okay, so in order to do that, we're gonna have to get clever. I assume I can fit 100 moles in a canister. I have no idea. Let's take a quick look. So our jetpack canisters are at 7.5 kilopascals. If I just do a quick atmospherics read on that, how many moles in total do we have in here? We got 37 CO2, 93 volatiles. Okay, so it's very much about the, not just the percentage, but the size. But what I'm reading of the molecule, that is, but what I'm reading from this is that we are over 100. So I'm going to assume, I know CO2 is bigger than O2, but I'm going to assume that if we're at 66% volatiles and 33% oxygen at, let's say, 5 kilopascals of pressure, we might be able to hit that 100 mole mark. He doesn't seem to care about the pressure, he just cares about the molecular number, the weight. Now, with that being said, what we can do is start printing out some of those tools that we're going to need. We're going to need an atmospherics kit in order to do this. There you go, kit atmospherics, iron, gold, copper, easy peasy. Where is my gold? There's my gold. And I'm also going to need to go do a mining expedition tonight, I think. So make me an atmospherics kit, and while you work on that, let's go mining. Okay, show me... I need steel. I'm basically completely out after our trading debacle. So, where the hell am I going to find it? That's the real question. I need coal first. Silver, turns out, is silver on the tracker. What's purple? Are you coal? You might be. Okay, false alarm, definitely not coal. Also, I have a bit of an announcement to make since we're back down here rooting in the muck for resources. That just seems to be part of the never-ending Sisyphean task of Stationeers, is more resources, more time. We could set up some deep drills, actually, now that I say that out loud, and that would completely automate this process. Something we've done before in a series on Europa. And on Mimas, I believe. So maybe let's do that? I mean, why not? Yeah, okay, cool, I'll add that to the list of stuff. We are going to be making fuel, which means we can totally We could totally use combustion centrifuges to separate this ores out. What am I doing? I was literally about to tell you how old I am. That's right, I got absolutely eviscerated in the comments section of the previous video. I really thought I gave off fun, youthful energy. But I think the average weight on the age guessing was somewhere in like the mid-40s. Guys, listen, my boys, my brothers and Chris Hemsworth, okay? I am not that old, alright? I am 30 years old, exactly. The big 3-0, count them out. You're gonna need to use 6 hands. It's just the truth of my existence that I have been around for a terrifying 3 decades now. But it's not, 4.
That would be ridiculous.
No, I'm actually joking. It is kind of odd how much pressure we place on age in every civilization, I suppose, but especially in the modern day. Like, there's nothing wrong with being 30. This is something I've learned, and there is not much of a difference, to be completely honest, between being 30 and being, I don't know, 40. At least it doesn't feel like it anymore. When I was 25, the gap seemed immense. It was like, holy hell, someone in their 30s is basically on the road to retirement. But I'll say, being in your 30s, for those of you looking forward to it soon, is exactly like being in your 20s, except you're just not broke all the time. Or at least not as much as you used to be. I'm still broke sometimes, but not all the time anymore, which has been a nice change. Alright, so we've got our atmospherics kit. What else are we going to need to do this? We're going to need that bit of silver. We're going to need that Constantin, and we're going to make some Volatiles filters. And those will just siphon off that volatile goodness. Do I want to make another furnace? I think I do. I think it's time. I think let's try and let's take a bit of a side quest here from our trading, because we do have those extra bottles of water we can work with for a little bit. Let's take a brief hiatus from working on that. I'm going to print these things in parallel, but let's try and make a furnace kit. And let's see what that does for us. We can continue theory crafting here as well, so we're definitely going to use the Volatiles filters as well as the Volatiles kit. Oh, sorry, the atmospheric kit to filter out the Volatiles. We're then going to need to paint the town red. That's critical. Give me some red paint, because volatiles are red. There we go. I keep saying Volatiles. I got Lululemoned by it. There we go. Okay, chuck those in there. We're going to want a pipe valve for show. We're going to want the insulated pipes for show as well. We're going to want a pipe utility kit so that we can put a canister in there to give to the trader. Grab that. Chuck that over there as well. How am I doing for iron sheets? It does not appear that we have iron sheets. So after the furnace is made, we're going to make 4 iron sheets. Iron sheets. There we go. And this furnace is going to be used to capture our gases. Now, we do kind of need to... Hold on, I'm just thinking about this carefully. We're going to want more space in the base to do this adequately. We're also definitely going to need gas storage. How many tanks can I make right now? If I made a gas tank insulated, that one, I would need copper, steel, and silicon. Okay, copper is not a problem. Steel we can make. Silicon is going to be tough. We have enough for... What's that, like 5 tanks pretty comfortably there. Which gases do I actually want to capture? I want to capture the cold CO2, but we can get that from the atmosphere. Volatiles I don't care about. Oh, there's the atmosphere wreaking vengeance by the look of it. Okay, we're gonna be needing this soon too. What do I actually want to capture? Obviously oxygen. That's a no-brainer. Pollutant, volatiles, and carbon dioxide we can just get from the atmosphere. So I guess we want to capture nitrogen and nitrous oxide. So those are the 3 things I'm going to build towards. So I need 3 tanks. But first, before we can get any tanks, we need some steel. So I guess we're going to lose the gas on the iron and the coal, but that's okay because it's mostly just pollutant and CO2. So I'm not too worried about all that. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll strip the oxygen off the gold and silver. I don't know where we get nitrogen. I think silicon gives you nitrogen, and lead definitely gives you nitrous oxide. So that's one way we can get those. Something is producing nitrous oxide, and I think maybe it's the silver. I think maybe the silver produces nitrous oxide, not oxygen. And I don't think there's a way to strip said nitrogen out. It does. Okay, so silver does not produce oxygen. It produces nitrous, which means the only one giving us oxygen that I've found so far is gold. Oof. Okay. Okay, we got 3 of our gas tanks here. And let's just do this one. So one of these is going to end up being the volatiles anyway, so we might as well take this now. I think we're going to do the volatiles filtering up on the roof, not inside that room. Just so that we've got more space to put it around. We're also definitely going to want a heat exchanger. A small direct heat exchanger? No, I just want a regular one, I think. For which we need Invar. We can use the small one, but I think the regular one's just a bit faster. Okay, cool. So we don't actually need these tanks at the moment, like this very second, but it's handy to have them. We can swap our belts. I would like a pressure regulator, so I can set the pressure inside the canister. And I think I'd like an IC-10 chip as well, so that we can code and control our atmospherics thing, and just make sure it doesn't overpressurize its pipes. Is there anything else we desperately need? Yes. What we desperately need is more pipes. I don't think we're going to have enough. Okay, I think 20 will cut it for now. Let's go outside and do this. Okay, so yeah, this is where... I should probably want to get a ladder, so I don't have to use my jetpack in here. But this is where we're currently mixing our fuel. Basically, we want to turn this pipe into a purely volatiles pipe. So no more shall we use the night gas. No, sir. Instead, we shall now use just pure volatiles. That way we can both mix fuel in it, and we can burn it for water. Okay, the pipes are creaking. The pressure of this pipe is dangerously high. For real? Hold on. Where is my... Oh my god, where did it go? There it is. It's 5 megapascals. Shut up, you're fine. Alright, so let's put our volatiles tank right over yonder. Okay, cool. That's going to be where we store our volatiles. Let's get our... You require a frame below. Really? Oh, that's going to be annoying. I did need the frames after all. Okay, we're going to have to change these around to be... Oh, crap. I didn't bring the steel sheets to weld it up. Okay, cool. You live there. You just chill over there for a moment. I don't really care about half a gram of steel right now. Where is my atmospherics kit? There it is. Filtration's gonna go right there. Give me 2 pipes. Lovely. Give me this and this. Build it. Okay, cool. So there's our volatiles filter. I can finally get these out of my inventory, my 2 filters. Oh, again, that sound is just incredible. And we're going to link the output edge of that, the filtration side, to the storage tank. And then the unfiltered stuff, the stuff we don't want, the stuff that isn't volatiles, is just going to get sent back to our night gas, because that's where we're going to pull the volatiles out of, is our night gas line. Okay, perfect. Then we need to power all of this, which we can probably just connect to that vent to do. I don't think I need data on this network. I'm pretty sure that this thing can read all the values it needs just from its own internal, like, pressure readings and things. I don't think we need to connect data to it, so I'm not going to unless I have to. Turn you on. You're looking great, sweetie. Okay, so what you're going to do right now is you're going to put volatiles in this tank at 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, not the ideal time to be pulling these in, I will admit. So we're basically going to want to... We're going to want to check the internal, because I can do this inside. So we're going to want to check the internal temperature. If the internal temperature is below our night gas temperature, let's say 130, turn this on and filter volatiles through, and do so until the output pressure is 5 kilopascals. Anything more than that and we risk blowing up. Then we're going to want a heat exchanger, probably right over here. So a liquid to gas heat exchanger. Put that straight up right over there. Why not? We'll bring up the liquid pollutant line connected to this. So we can do that here, and then this is going to be the volatiles connection. And that's just going to cool this whole business down a whole bunch. So we actually, maybe we don't even want to store 5 megapascals. Maybe we just want to store like 1. Just keep it super simple, keep it super light, just keep it super cold. Be more efficient to cool it down if there's less of it. And I'm going to just link this up. I know it's the wrong color. We want this to be yellow, but that'll work for now. Okay, we'll just go inside there and connect that up. Okay, very nice. I want to now go and code however we're going to how we're going to control the pressure and intake on that atmospherics machine. Because I only want to be filtering out the volatiles when they're at the coldest possible temperature. Okay, let's go eat and drink, and then we'll be merry. I also need to make myself a little oxygenated space to live in, because this business of almost dying every time I come in here is a little terrifying. You ready for this one, lads? Eat it. Just hold your breath between mouthfuls. It's no problem. Literally no issue whatsoever. Chuck that in there. We're going to get rid of that code, and let's go to work. Okay, let's do the thing. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to name our filter. So Volatiles filter is going to be DB. That's the actual device itself. So not a pin on the device, but the device itself. Then we're going to want to, I think we're going to name some variables this time around. So let's have our input temp be set to R1. And let's have our output pressure be set to R2. Okay, so now whenever I refer to the input temperature, the output pressure, I can just refer to them as that. I don't have to type them. I don't have to refer to them as R1 and R2, just to make it a bit more readable for all of us at home. All right, so those are our variables. So now what do we want to do? We want to load into, I think it's, first is the register. So we want to load into the input temp. We want to load whatever is in volatile filter. We want to load whatever's in there. And the temperature, we get temperature. Okay, but there is a way we can check this. Hold on. Let's go to the atmospherics unit. Okay, so the values here. This is what I want. I want input pressure. Pressure output, that's definitely one of the ones we want. We want temperature input. Temperature input. That's what we want to read. Okay, remember to pause the game after you check that. Temperature input. Okay, and then we want to load into the output pressure, from the volatiles filter. We want to load the pressure output. Okay, cool. So then we want to turn the machine off if the input temperature is too low, and if the input temperature is too high, and if the output pressure is low. So we can actually just turn the machine on if these conditions are correct. So we'll do exactly what we did for our night gas. So as long as the pressure is less than 1000 and the input temperature is less than 130 Celsius, it'll turn on the machine. So all we need to do is say, and R0 is equal to, will be 1 if R3 and R4 are both 1. Okay, and then jump back to the start. And I suppose it doesn't hurt to add a little yield in here, just to give it time to catch up. All right, so it'll every half second it'll run this code. I need to set the volatile filter. I didn't actually do anything with it. We've done the comparison. We haven't used it, so we need to set the on value to R0. There we go. So this will be set to whatever R0 is. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna say move R0 to 0. So basically what this does is at the start of the program, turn the whole thing. It's going to turn it on and off constantly then if I do that. Move is just, it should honestly be called set in my mind. But move just, it tells you what the value of a register should be. I've been learning the functions in the background here. Just reading through the guides. Okay, so that should work. Okay, what should I do while we wait for the sun to set? What else can we do over here? We can make a fridge. That's probably a good idea. We could buy some water, filter volatiles. That's what we're working on now. We could set up an airlock. It's probably long overdue. Let's start working on that. So we're going to need a kit console, which is iron and copper. Pretty easy to get in these parts. Okay, so there's our first console. That's going to go... how do I want to do this? We actually just need a simple airlock, because this is always going to be a vacuum. But just in case it isn't, I'm going to do the advanced airlock. Just on the off chance, right? So console can go there. We're going to need a sensor kit. We're going to need the airlock card. We'll do the advanced airlock. There we go. We're going to need a data disk as well so that we can program this thing. And then we don't even need another active vent. We actually have everything we need. We do need to change these doors though. So this is going to be a gas sensor. Perfect. You are going to take the advanced airlock chip. I think I need some glass in order to do this. Do I have silicon in there? I do. Just give me one sheet of glass. There we go. So we can build that console. Give me the data disk so we can program that console. And we'll put that over there. I need to wire these two in. And I think we'll go with the glass doors. I like being able to see through. I am going to put this light in here still. So let's just put this away. And I think we can keep the light over here without it being a problem. I'm pretty sure. Because that's going to become the other active vent, which we already got right over there. Okay, I just need a passive vent out here. Can you give me a vent real quick? Iron. I see you, liquid pipe, hiding in the corner over there. You think you're getting away. There's no escape. None. Okay. There's our passive vent. I don't think we're going to need it, but just in case. I do actually kind of want to keep that manual sucks this place out if it's full of poison vent, but c'est la vie. Okay, so you should be... Okay, your inward-outward setting doesn't really matter. I need to remove this door now, and this is where things get kind of dicey. Because we're going to need plastic sheets. Yes, we're also going to need 2 glass sheets for the 2 glass doors. Okay, let's grab this. That's step 1. Step 2 is going to be to... I want to say wrench it out? Hand drill. Really? Okay, Mr. Door. Composite door. Composite door is probably the one I'm going to go for here. Build the composite door there. You get nice plastic welded in. Yummy smell. And then a crowbar and glass, I think, to wedge it into place. There we go. Perfect. And then another crowbar to pry it open. Let's also pick this up so we can see what we're doing. And then I just need to connect up the wiring. And then just so we don't lose our entire atmosphere, and therefore our crop, we can close the door manually. Excellent. And I can cut this apart. Oh my god, noise. Chuck that out the window. You can become a composite door. Thank you. You can get welded. And you can get crowbarred. Okay, let's name these. So that's going to be our internal door. This is going to be... I do love that it changes the thing. This is going to be our external door. There we go. This is going to be our external vent. That's going to be our internal vent. This is going to be the airlock sensor. And we should be good to go. Okay, let's configure. So, our exterior active vent, internal vent. Okay, I'm going to need to rename these a bit more delicately because we've got 15,000 vents on the system. It's going to be our internal greenhouse vent. Okay, lovely. So now we can turn you off and on again and find everything. So I'm not actually going to define the light. You can assign a light to this. I'll just leave the light on. So we need to do the exterior first, which is going to be our external greenhouse vent, external greenhouse door, internal greenhouse door, airlock sensor is the sensor, and we need to find the internal greenhouse vent for the interior. Voila, we have an airlock. Okay, cool. Pull the card, chuck that on the floor for the moment, and now I should be able to cycle this. Yes, there we go. All right, an airlock has been achieved. One of the moments of all time. Ah, yes, I do need to set the pressure values though. Okay, so pressure value 1. The external pressure 0. There's going to be nothing out there, hopefully. Internal pressure, let's say 45 kilopascals, and then it'll open the door. Okay, so cancel the pressurizing. Cycle to the interior. It should pull in, I think, what would we say, 30 kilopascals of pressure? Yes, we can now also connect that to that, which will speed this up dramatically. More vents is more good. Okay, that should work. I hope. We will find out together. Cycle to the exterior. So it'll vacuum the space out. That's always pretty quick. It should go to 0 and then just open the door. Lovely. Cycle to the interior. Oh yeah, there we go. Way faster. Perfect. And we can actually... Yeah. Now, if we didn't want stuff to roll around, we could put up the pressure that goes to. I thought that was an egg for a second. I got so excited. Okay, huge days. I can't believe we actually have an airlock. It's kind of surreal to see, isn't it? My god. I didn't think we'd ever see it happen, to be honest with you. I can now go outside and work. Alright, so if we go over here, we pop open this hatch, we should see that thing just start working. Turning yourself off. Why are you turning yourself off? Listen here, Chief. I didn't come here to play around, okay? You have 9.5 kilopascals and you shut yourself off. You son of a gun. And that's because I don't want to change the on setting, you dummy. I want to change the mode and it's too hot. No wonder it won't work. Of course it won't work. We don't want to change the on setting. Wrong. We want to change the filtration mode, I suppose. Yeah, are you like cycling or are you not cycling? Basically. I'm assuming it's mode. Okay, confirm, export, chuck that puppy in. So it should stay on but not be siphoning gas right now. Correct. Dope. That's what we wanted to do. Alright, let's get downstairs and cool down that pollutant and also spray paint you purple. Actually, I'm going to make you red so I know which one you are. You need to be red, you need to be red, you need to be red. You all gotta be red. Okay. Okay, I need to connect up to that pipe. Don't worry about the moding. That's aesthetic. It is such a complete show in here. Guy, it's not lost on me. Don't worry. Okay, our temperature rapidly dropped, which is kind of dope. Sorry, it rapidly rose and is now cooling again, which is excellent. Which means that our volatiles should have cooled down, and we can now pipe them over to here, where they will become one with this system. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. So now we should have very cold volatiles on hand. And yes, we do. 12-degree volatiles and dropping. Oh, fantastic. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Okay, which means we've got 37C oxygen. Oof. And cold volatiles. Oof. Which is pretty cool. What else do I want to do? I want to use my cold F pollutant line, which is this one here. I want to connect that up to my greenhouse network next, so that we can cool the air in this space. Which is, I think, this line right here? Yes, it is. So another heat exchanger is in order. I also definitely need to decide on a different color for the cold side of the pollutant chain. Because right now yellow is pollutant, which is right, but it's, there's also a different yellow, you know? Okay, so that is our that's just our room atmosphere. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want to heat exchange with. There is our pipe, so we need another heat exchanger. Okay, let's go get one. Okay, so we're in here. We want to cool down the room, because our regular little piddly atmospherics unit is not cutting it anymore. Not even close. We need a liquid and a gas exchanger. Sure, we'll put it like this. You need to become a upwards turn. Okay, lovely. That's the room gas. That's in our greenhouse gas. Which I should probably just make gray or khaki, because that is all just going to be CO2 soon. We're going to filter out all the oxygen, and I think next time we're going to build ourselves a little chill space where we can breathe and eat and things. Put a fridge in there, a little bachelor pad, you know? Okay, there we go. So that's going to go ahead and dramatically warm up that space, but also hopefully cool down this temperature. Yes. Okay, cool. The problem is, it's going to cool it down to negative 28C. So, what I actually want is a way to manually sort of control the rate at which this temperature is dropped. So we're probably going to want a valve on here, and that'll just be our stopgap for now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. I'm going to pop off that pipe. Okay. I've got valves. Yes, there we go. I just want to apply this through the wall, as nature intended. Okay, we can turn the valve on right now so that this whole thing cools down. But I also want a bunch of pipe meters so that I can see what pressure we're at. Yeah, the temperature in that pipe is hella low at the moment. Yes, that room is now rapidly cooling down. Lovely. Alright, so that's working. So I can just manually switch that on and off. We will build an automated solution for that at some point, but I got other things on the go right now. Specifically, what I want to do is set up the capture and then sale of this gas right here. Bit of a marathon episode, isn't this? Okay, pressure regulator right there. Connection. We had almost just enough pipes. One too many. Not exactly a problem. All right, we can set the value on this to be like, let's start small. Let's try like 3,000 kilopascals. And then we'll put that in there. Turn that on. We'll turn that on. We got to wire this up as well. Never forget. And you can just kind of connect to this stuff here. And we can spray paint that. Dope. Okay. So, you currently mixing nothing. Why? Because I'm burning it all. Crap. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay, do not stop burning. Start putting it in there. Excellent. It's cold, and it's not going to explode. Those are the two of the things I was really looking for here. That's great. That's great. How are we doing for the room? Room 16. Temperature's getting a little low. Let's go ahead and turn off that valve. And it's 25C in here. Perfect. So we'll treat this as our regular air conditioning, as per usual. I will change this out to be that pollutant exhaust pipe. I think we're going to try and put the one-way valves and allow that gas to accumulate in here. And then we can siphon it out using this when the pressure gets too high. I think that's a good idea. This will just be used for us to manually drop the temperature in here, because right now it's a balmy 25C. And there's our next harvest of potatoes. Beautiful. Oh man, we got 40 seeds. That's pretty good. Okay, we do have oxygen. It is decreasing because we are pressurizing this tank. Yeah, our room network is looking pretty good, TBH. There's a tiny bit of oxygen in this space, and I believe it is being produced by... Is it produced by the plants? They make it that quickly? Oh, we might actually survive. Wow, that's pretty good. We definitely need more of them, though. Magic's numbers did not lie. We are far away. Far away from where we need to be. Okay, so we have done some things today. I just want to go make sure my volatiles are being siphoned in, and to see why I am not yet rich. Why have I not traded? Temperature is correct. Oh no, the temperature in this pipe is so high. Why? Why aren't you all on? Because the pressure in that tank is too high. I see. There's too much junk in this trunk. Oh, I see. We need a purge valve on this line, pushing pressure back out of here into there. This is stopped. This is stalled out. Okay, I see the problem. That's okay. We can fix it. This doesn't need to be this. This could honestly just be a passive vent, and it would work just as well. So let's just go get a passive vent. We can just siphon it straight from the air, right? We don't need to take it from our pollutant line. There's literally no reason to do that. Because what's happening is that tank's filled up, and so the whole system's stalled out. And then I also just need that passive vent. I know I had one floating around here somewhere. Okay, so you should switch on now. Yes, you did. Excellent. Okay. And you need a purge valve to let the pressure out. We can just put it back into that pipe. Because this should still be losing gas, right? Yes, it's just matched itself with the atmosphere. Perfect. Okay, so that should be sucking pressure out of there. It is excellent, and I think what we'll do is we'll just set this to be like 5,300, so we have a constant cycling of gas coming out. At least that should work, right? Yes, that's going to push pressure into there. And that one's going to work as well. But you know what we can do? Is we can just do a one-time super purge and just flush this system entirely, because that's all pretty warm now. And we can just add some code that will turn this thing on once that gets above a certain pressure. And as you can see, it's pretty quick. These purge valves are pretty quick at siphoning gas out of liquid lines. I think they're even faster than the volume pumps. See, halfway's pretty good. And so yeah, we got a bunch more volatiles in our system now. Look at that, and it's cooling down. Lovely. I really hope we didn't start a fire by putting in the gas that we got when it was 120C. We should probably add some redundancy to this thing where it only turns on if the both inputs are below a certain temperature. Let's say 30C. I don't know what the auto ignition point is, but I'm sure it's high. Because as soon as we added that gas in, it would have spiked to like 100, and then it would have mixed it in there, which we genuinely might have a fire in those lines right now. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to set this... I'm going to set this for now to 4,500, and we'll say that's good enough because this episode is ludicrously long in the recording as it is. Let's just check if this has pressurized anything for me. We got 14 kilopascals in the canister. And that's because we're out of oxygen. Completely out. How many moles? Less than 1. This is a bad sign. But at least it's not too hot, right? At least it's not too hot. Okay, so we didn't end up accidentally dumping a bunch of super hot gas into there, which is good. You're at 15. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to temporarily turn this off. We're going to go solve the oxygen crisis. And then we're in the money. But I think that that's something we're going to have to do in the next episode, everybody. Thank you all so much for spending the time today. A bit of a haphazard one. We did achieve some stuff, though. We managed to build out our Volatiles filtering network. We got a lot of resources printed for our inevitable gas capture. I think I'm going to do that probably over here. I think something else I want to do to next time is to knock out this wall right there and then link this workshop area up with the with that walkway. Just completely enclose it. I think that's something that's probably worth doing. So let's start printing some walls for that exact purpose. We could use steel. Steel is cheaper, and we have a lot of steel right now. I'm a big fan of just the kit wall. And I do like the flat panel wall as well. Just for future reference, if anyone's doing some shopping. Okay, cool. Build that. Oh, wait, no, don't do that. Just make a ton of those. Yeah, perfect. All right, so what did we actually achieve today? Let's take a look at it. We have managed to set up an airlock. So I'm going to make this set up the man cave. That's going to be the next part. We have made a fuel mixer. That's done. So that's just a straight up, that's just an X over there for now. We have filtered the volatiles. That's an S. I don't know where I'm going with this. And we have not yet bought water. Okay, we also have not added any power. We also do not have a recycling system, or more hydroponics, or more gas furnace recapture, or anything, really. I kind of botched it a bit on this one. It was a bit of back and forth. But thank you all so much for being here. Magic, you're a hero for editing this. If I could pay you more, I would, let me tell you. And everybody else, thank you all so much for being part of the journey. It's been an absolute joy to get to this point, but I think we need to call it there. So, as always, please leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you would consider becoming a channel member or patron. I can pay Magic more, so that would be super cool. You're all wonderful people, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?